Jim, if I had to come up with one word to sum up today, frustrating, I would think.
Frustrating, yeah. Angry as well. Disappointed. Difficult afternoon that was. I think the start of the game was bright. Had a chance to go ahead, but after that lost our momentum, lost our way a little bit. Southport caused problems, doing all the things you'd expect, which makes it even more disappointing when you don't deal with it, because you know what to expect really. You know where their threats are, and to be fair to them, they delivered on that front today. Put pressure on you, put balls in the box, long throws, corners, a couple of dangerous players up the pitch, and there was a threat because of it. Going a goal up off a goal that wasn't defended well enough puts them in a position where they can do the things they're good at. They can slow things down, they can time waste, and look, it's frustrating. That's the word you said at the start, and that's where that comes in. But we give them the opportunity to do that by being sloppy in the first place, and not taking our chance to go ahead, and then conceding a poor goal ourselves.
The first goal, I mean, defensively, as you said it yourself, was poor. You could almost see what was going to happen, and once he won the header at the near post, Harriers were in trouble with it.
Yeah, it comes down to concentration and that desire really to keep the ball out of the net. Sounds a bit old school, but it's not. We work on it all week. We know what's coming. It's never going to be the first contact they score off. It's always the second contact, and it's a disappointing goal to concede. We know that, and we was edgy because of it all afternoon. And after they score one, always had a lot of pride in how we've defended set pieces on the whole. But the last couple of weeks we've looked a little bit more vulnerable again. So look, it's back to the drawing board a little bit on that, and making sure that we put it right.
Ironically, after you conceded, I thought you had probably your best spell in the first half. You stepped it up for five or 6 minutes then, and that for me was the best period of that half. Really.
Yeah, Trev, but to be honest, it's fits and starts there. That's been the nature of the season so far. Even when we've been winning games, I don't think we've been knocking the door down on the opposition for long enough for spells in games really to make it count really. Because that's what it is 9 times out of 10 in games. When the better sides keep the pressure on for longer, which ultimately leads to more mistakes and more chances. And we had our moments. We had our moments where we looked threatening, because we had two lads who worked their socks off up front, Ethan and Yusuf, and we're always going to get that from them. But I think that's all it was today.
Yeah, fair play to Ethan. He's come back into the side, obviously, and he never gives defenders a second, does he? He slows them down.
Look, you can hang your hat on him. You know what you're going to get. Honest as the day is long, and the both of them, they'll chase absolutely everything. They'll try and set the tone. I don't think we backed it up as a side today. Don't think the quality was there throughout, but I think them two with their desire alone, if we're showing that all over the pitch for the full 90 minutes, I think we still have a chance of getting something from the game.
I thought Gary Rogers gave you a bit of a spark when he came on.
Yeah, comes on, got quality, put a couple of good balls into the box. Decision making on the whole with Gabby, it's always going to be that. Keep doing what you're good at. Keep doing what you're good at. Shows in spells again. We're in that position at the minute. I think every player through the squad, you want players who are coming in and really knocking that door down, making us pick them. And we're not quite having that at the minute. Probably the first time during the last couple of years where we're not having players screaming out saying pick me, and that makes it difficult. I'm not going to lie. So it's up to us to find the answers.
Yeah, disappointing if you haven't got people beating the door down, really, in that respect.
Yeah, and you do that by putting in good performances week in, week out, day in, day out, and look, that's not shying away from me. That's just the fact. That's where we are at the minute. The balance isn't quite there. We're trying things to get that spark, and it's not quite there. But what you do, you go back, you keep believing in the things that have got to be your fundamentals, i.e. your recovery, your standards, your training. I say it all the time, you do them things right when you're winning, you do them when you're losing. There's certain things that stay the same, and then there's other things that we have to change, because at the minute it's not quite there.
The good thing is you've got game Tuesday night to come back in, so you're back in quickly then.
Yeah, 100%, but this is 20 minutes after the game, Trev. Obviously it's very raw still. Had another one of them chats in the change room after the game where you're saying home truths, but look, we've probably had 3 or 4 of them now already this season. We're only 12-13 games in, so it's not good enough. We know it's not good enough. The players know it's not good enough, and it's up to us to put it right. I've said it already. It doesn't change anything. You keep working hard. You don't drop off. You don't feel sorry for yourself because no one else does. So they shouldn't. That's the nature of football.
Final point, Jim. I mean, it's probably the toughest run you and Russ have had since you've come in, really, in many ways. It's about players showing character now and standing up, Jim. Players, staff, everybody at the club. It's about showing character. It's a bit edgy, we know that, and that's what always comes when you're not winning games.
The worst thing you can do when it's edgy is go safe, go into your shell. It's important that people stand up and show real courage now. You don't show courage in fits and starts or by shouting. When it's the right time, you do it by doing the right things all the time, taking responsibility. And that's all of us. That's all of us. Look, we've had some really good times over the last couple of years, and we've all enjoyed it together. It's important that we stick together during these times as well to turn that corner.